Intermittent fasting is one of the best strategies that you can implement in improving your health, hands down. Now, I encourage it with all of my clients, whether their goal is weight loss, improving their health, or even just reversing chronic disease. So what I want to do is I want to delve into the top 3 intermittent fasting tips with you. But before we do, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and click the little notification bell so that you never miss when I release a new video. And when you click the notification bell, select all, so you're notified of all videos. Okay, so let's delve into the top 3 fasting tips. Now, obviously there's many more tips that we can get into, but let's just narrow it down to 3 tips, okay? Top 3 tips. So number 1, first one that you want to focus on, probably the most important, would be to stay hydrated. So even though you're fasting and you can't technically eat, you can still drink water. So a classic fast is water only, which you can do if you like, which the benefit is, so staying hydrated really helps with controlling and reducing the hunger. So it really helps to get that hunger to go down, to minimize it. Now, however, even though a classic fast is just water, you can include other things other than water, such as green tea, which is brewed from unfermented tea leaves. You could also use black tea, which is brewed from fermented tea leaves. You could also use oolong tea, which is brewed from semi-fermented tea leaves, and herbal teas, such as mint, lemon, chamomile, etc. Now, these are not technically teas, even though they're called herbal tea, since they don't contain any tea leaves. Okay. Also, you could incorporate coffee if you like, and bone broth. These are acceptable. Now, these do have some calories in it, but the way you can look at it is, if this helps you to fast longer and to push through a bit more, it may be worth it in the end due to the extra benefit of being in a longer fast. Okay. So now with all of these though, just be careful that you don't add anything to the drinks. Okay. Particularly don't add any sugar or sweeteners. Now a small amount of cream or half and half is okay though. Number 2, ride the hunger waves. So let's face it, you're going to get hungry while fasting, and that's just natural. I get hungry while fasting. People I coach get hungry while fasting. The most experienced fasters get hungry while fasting. So you need to learn how to ride the hunger waves and how to deal with them. So the concern with most people is that they're going to get hungry and then hungrier and hungrier as the fast progresses. Therefore, it kind of discourages them from even starting in the first place. Now, when it comes to hunger, the main kind of hormone involved in it is ghrelin. So there was actually an interesting study that was done, and it looked at ghrelin levels. Okay, it looked at ghrelin levels over a 24-hour fast, and it showed that during breakfast, lunch, and dinner time, if you didn't eat, your ghrelin levels, which is those hunger hormones, the hunger levels, they didn't actually continue to rise, which is fantastic. It actually peaks and then falls like a wave. So for instance, at lunchtime, around noon, they showed that ghrelin levels peak and there was hunger until about 1 or 1:30. But by about 4 p.m., the study subjects were no more hungry than if they'd ate lunch because their ghrelin levels were back to baseline. The reason being is because your body actually took the calories it needed from your body fat and therefore, in a sense, kind of fed itself what it needed. And that's why basically you're not hungry. So, which is a great benefit. So hunger actually comes in waves. So you just need to do something, to help kind of ride the wave while you're feeling that for, an hour and a half. So you could do something as simple as just drinking a glass or 2 of water, having a cup of tea, and then by the time you finished, the hunger wave would have most likely passed. And you'll be on no more hunger, go a couple more hours, and then either you eat your next meal or you fast again. Maybe the hunger spikes again around that meal time, and then it's going to level off. Now, you may be wondering, you may be thinking, okay, now if I do multiple day fasts, is the hunger just going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing as the fast goes on? But now, in fact, the actually opposite happens. So on day 1, ghrelin, the hunger hormone goes up and then comes down. On day 2, it goes up again, but interestingly, not as high as on day 1, and then it comes down. So over multiple days of fasting, ghrelin doesn't go up as high, and as a result, hunger slowly disappears. So this is why people can do super long fasts, such as 30 days or more. And interestingly, the world record is 382 days of fasting. Amazing. So the reason why this is possible is because hunger virtually disappears. So this effect of decreased ghrelin and hunger levels as the fast progresses is shown in research to be actually the same in men as it is in women. Okay? So both genders have that benefit. Now, another great benefit that is seen with fasting is with cravings. Okay? Cravings are a massive thing, whether you're fasting or you're not. That's could be a big issue with people. So when you don't eat, it appears that cravings go down significantly. Just like with an itch, if you have an itch, the last thing you want to do is scratch it. Now the same applies to cravings. If you have a craving and you feed that craving, it's not going to go away, right? It's only going to get stronger and worse. As the saying goes, the dog that you feed gets the upper hand, or in other words, gets stronger. So the way to get rid of cravings, okay, is to not feed it all in the first place. And then eventually over time, the craving will disappear. Okay, third and final intermittent fasting tip is stay busy. So staying busy while you're fasting, especially when you're new to fasting, is going to really help you to have success. So the more free time you have and the less occupied your mind is, the more inclined you're going to be to eat, whether it be good food or just complete junk. Okay? So I suggest trying these activities while fasting. Either work on your job or your business, take a relaxing bath, call a loved one or a friend, because the conversation will help to actually distract your mind away from food. Also consider doing a workout, which is actually fantastic while you're fasting. You actually need to get a lot more fat burning and fat mobilization. Okay? Organize your closet, your shoes, your jewelry, clean the house, go for a walk, take a drive, take the dog out for a walk, read a book, go for a bike ride, garden, watch YouTube videos like this one. So you get the idea. These are just a few of the suggestions that you can do to get your mind off of food, and eating. So when you're so focused on something else, your hunger settles down. Okay, so there you have it. Hopefully these top 3 intermittent fasting tips were helpful. To recap, stay hydrated, ride the hunger waves, and stay busy. Now, comment below with which ones you follow and share others that you feel are helpful. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on these 3 as well as others that you have found helpful. Now, if you want to learn of how to get started on a lifestyle to lose body fat, reverse chronic disease, and optimize your health, visit my website at tyronpateau.com/newsletter and download my free guide on the 8 strategies for lasting fat loss and optimal health. And you'll also receive a 20-minute free online consultation. Now, if you benefit from this video and you think somebody else could, please feel free to share it anywhere on social media, as you may help someone resolve their health issue, or something they're going through, or even at a minimum, okay, you may actually have to drastically improve it. So you may help to completely resolve their issue or see some improvement. Thanks for watching. If you like this, remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe and click that notification bell and select all. And as always, if you have ideas for future videos, please comment below and let me know what you'd like to learn, as I'd love to produce a video to help you with that. So keep it locked in here on my channel, and I look forward to coming to you in the next video. Happy fat loss.